Hello everybody, Sneaky Chiefy here, bringing you another TOG video. This is a different round in that Hera's Colosseum tournament that our friend and champion Mr. Monty is participating in. If you aren't aware, Hera's Colosseum is a modeled after Hidden Cup 4. And maybe that's why I was wondering why they came up with Hera's Colosseum. HC4, so Hidden Cup, Hera's Colosseum, it's the fourth one. It's an interesting tournament too if you want to check it out. Hidden Cup, hosted by T90. This one, this particular game is played on Arabia, and I don't think that there's anything different about Hidden Cup Arabia except that the board start off towards the back of the player's TC. Everything else is about the same, I'd say. Mr. Monty playing as the Lithuanians. If you don't know, Mr. Monty is huge on his knights. He loves his cavalry civs, and Lithuanians are a favorite. He'll look to collect as many of these relics as he can get. He's playing against Wallo in blue, who's playing as the Mayans. Very strong civ. Obviously an archer civ, though we could see Eagle Warriors out on the field. And I'm thinking Wallo, in seeing his opponent go Lithuanians, is also going to be going for monks for defense and looking to collect as many relics as he can as well. Taking a look at the bases, I see some exposed forward gold from Wallo. Mr. Monty's gold is not as forward, which he will like, though his secondary gold is pretty far away. You might see a second TC right here from Mr. Monty. And both players scouting out, both players bringing in their boar or thinking about it. I'm not seeing anyone drive their deer quite yet. The last game that we saw Mr. Monty play in HC4 on Arabia, he didn't go for the drush, so he might not do that again here. Probably looking to just play a bit less aggressive at this beginning of the map, beginning of the game I should say, and get up to a healthy castle age. His opponent did drush and was able to get a vill out of it. Mr. Monty's still looking for his sheep. About to find him. And now we can see what Mr. Monty has seen. Has spotted one relic. Both boar, all four of the extra sheep have been found. And now he'll probably send that scout out to find the enemy. Blue also just finding his last sheep as well. So sending his Eagle Scout forward to look for Mr. Monty's base, though I think he knows exactly where he's at this point, based on where he ran into Mr. Monty's scout earlier. Mr. Monty finding this other relic. Hugely important for his strategy as the Lithuanians. He's going to look to overwhelm his opponent with knight numbers. Now blue finding Mr. Monty's main TC, smartly running away so he doesn't get killed. And red is going to be looking around for blue's base. It's a shame he peeled away because he almost found this relic here. Not quite. But he may find this one as he goes along. Relics, if I'm looking at the mini-map down below, very evenly spaced out. It's like a star. I have one here, one up here on the other side of blue, one directly in the middle, and then either side of red. So that might be something that Hidden Cup Arabia did, was make sure that the relics are more fairly distributed, perhaps. Second lumber camp going down for Mr. Monty. He's also clicked up to feudal age. Wallo has not done so yet. Picking up to feudal age with 19 bills is Mr. Monty. And he's scouted out blue's location as well. And there, Wallo just clicking up to feudal age at 22 workers. Doesn't look like either player is going for the drush. Nope, I stand corrected. Militia on the way for Wallo. And Mr. Monty, if he hangs around, he'll spot that. Watch out! Yeah, I got away unscathed. Very good. Well, Mr. Monty did see that they're on gold already, so might assume that there's a drush coming. He has placed the barracks of his own, but I don't think we'll see anything come out of that. I think that's just part of his typical build. Yep. Building a barracks to build a stable. And we'll start to see 3-4 scouts come out of that as well. This is so good for Monty. Look, great scouting here. Spots the drush coming. He'll be ready for it. I don't think he'll be too concerned. He knows how to quick wall. He might drop an archery range as well, as soon as he has enough wood. Already walling in his wood line. Might pounce on these guys with the scouts. Although he'd prefer not to. Just a little bit too late from blue on this drush. Alright, so waste. I mean, okay, your man-at-arms clicked up now. That's such a resources put into what? Attacking a palisade, which Mr. Monty can repair. So, yeah, I don't know. And there's archer range. He'll build a few archers and skirmishers for defense, Mr. Monty will, and then he'll take his scouts and he'll just counterattack on blue's base. Already quick walling in all his resources. So good for Mr. Monty, so smart. Yep, archers and 3 skirmishers for defense. 5 scouts for offense. And then it comes down to, oh good, he found that last rally. And then it comes down to who can cause the most damage in the early game, who can delay the other player. Good job on blue on becoming fully walled. I think he'll even get this. Wallo will put this last one up. And that's, oh, a great job for 2. That Spearman gets a crucial hit in. Takes the scout down to half HP already. It's so crucial to get that full wall up on the scout. Scout pressure. Mr. Monty may lose one here. Looks like he did attack. Yeah, he attacked with his villagers. Oh no, with the skirmishers and archers. Took out some men-at-arms. Maybe use his villagers as well. He's not careful, he'll lose this guy though. Yeah, great job. So, while blue was distracted, Mr. Monty lured those military closer to his TC and used his TC to take him out. Meanwhile, he's gotten in with the cavalry. I wonder where that happened. Sorry if I clicked away during a crucial moment. I think there's a gap right here. Yeah, it looks like there's a gap right there. Mr. Monty used, and now just going to be really annoying with the scouts. But spearman defense from blue should keep them at bay for the most part, though it will be a lot of idle time. If we look at the idle TC, we got a minute and a half from Mr. Monty, which is not like, oh, careful. Gotta pay attention, Monty. And idle eco is about 11 minutes for both players. Good quick wall there from Wallo. So far the scouts really haven't done any damage. We might find some success here. Oh! Get in there! Ah. Oh, they're in! Villagers fighting back. One vill goes down. Oh, and I love this attack on the other side too. It's so good. So annoying. Keeping the enemy's attention in both places. Looks like they'll get another vill. These guys are walled in. Will they get it? Yeah, there's 2 vills down. Good job, Mr. Monty. Good early pressure. You might think 2 vills, that's not so bad, but it makes such a huge difference in the long run as resource gathering snowballs. Scouts continuing to run around and be annoying, though Mr. Monty does lose track of one or two of them every once in a while, and those Pokeboys do work. Ah! But these skirmishers and Archer in the front, they took out a couple of Wallo's archers as well, and that's so crucial against the mines, is to try to thin those archer numbers down early. More importantly, he's knocked Wallo off his main gold, so he's forced to take gold at this exposed secondary spot, which is huge. Another blacksmith being built. Interesting. So I called this out earlier that this main gold is pretty exposed and a big risk, and Mr. Monty finding that and taking advantage of it with his ranged units, certainly. And we should see quite a lot of skirmishers from Mr. Monty as the Lithuanians. I believe their skirmishers are faster, walk faster, move faster, and he's up against the mines player, so he should be expecting a lot of archers, crossbowmen from Wallo. Wallo still has the villager count on Mr. Monty at 37 to 36, despite losing 2. Mr. Monty's overall KD is 9 to 6. Does a good job killing those archers. Mr. Monty looking to micro down another villager if he can. Those skirmishers are so bad at killing villagers. Now he's microing down archers, which is probably a better use of the skirm army. Mr. Monty will not be worried about Mayan skirmishers, as he'll be going heavily knights as soon as he hits Castle Age. Mr. Monty has not even bothered getting fletching or padded archer armor for these skirms. This just made them simply to defend against that early rush, although he's continuing to make them and push them forward. It's probably slowing down his castle time a bit, but there we go. I was expecting this to come through. Castle Age being clicked by Mr. Monty. He'll drop another stable right away, probably around here somewhere, or right here. He's got, I thought these would be villagers, but I was going to say forward villagers for Siege Workshop, but not quite yet. And this is just a Wallo choosing to put a tower down to protect his gold, which is probably pretty smart, considering how exposed that gold is. But if Mr. Monty sees that, he'll be really happy that a tower was needed, because it means that it will delay any other town centers for Wallo once he hits Castle Age. Wallo counterattacking with a pretty sizable force, though they are mostly trash units. They are all trash units. 8 skirms and 2 spearmen. Wallo will find that Monty is fully walled up. And his own counterattack, finding some archers from Wallo, which Mr. Monty will be happy about. Again, he wants to take out Wallo's archers before they become crossbowmen and get in mass, so. And Castle Age still not clicked up from Wallo. Choosing the boom and feudal, going with the feudal boom instead. This might not be the right call against Lithuania's players, because as soon as Castle Age comes in, you look at the resources, Mr. Money's got 480 food ready, 453 gold. He's already got scale barding armor. I'd imagine as soon as Castle Age comes in, Mr. Monty's going to drop another stable and hit all this research. So chain barding in, we'll start to see forging come in, and he's already have 3 stables. I missed it. He's already dropped his 2 extras, and knights out of 3 stable productions for these knights. Amazing. He might even sell his stone to get a bit more, but he's coming forward with these fills. This would be a second TC maybe, or a forward siege workshop with a huge force. Yeah, that's such a Mr. Monty thing to do. Snuck his villager forward for this forward siege workshop. These guys are going to build a second town center right here. They're going to build a second town center right here. Now they're going for this stone, that gold over there. Interesting. And now he's got 4 knights on the field. Siege workshop for a mangonel. Monastery going down to start collecting relics. These blue guys here not really doing anything. Mr. Monty spreading his units out a bit. I don't think he's too worried about showing his hand with what units he has, because he's Lithuanians. It's pretty obvious he's going to be going knights. Surprised he hasn't gotten forging yet. Oh, here it comes. Forging is next. He went for defensive upgrades first. Blue spots these forward buildings, which is really good for Wallo. Mr. Monty running away with that villager. just now Castellade's clicked in for blue, so he's thinking defense, defense, defense. Mr. Monty sees that he's got a big Castellade's lead on his opponent, so wants to push the advantage, but blue's pretty fairly walled up in here. So Mr. Monty may just decide to take this advantage in the form of collecting all the relics on the map. +4 knights in Castellage are so devastating. Selling his stone for more gold so he can pop out a monk. Yep. Smart. He'll go for the 1 TC triple stable production on knights. It's 14 on gold and 17 on food. Mr. Monty kept this villager alive somehow too, which is hugely important. This villager is going to be used to repair that mangonel and build other forward buildings. So now the monk's going for the easy relics. He'll go for this one first, this one second. I think Mr. Monty scouted out all 5 of them at this point. Just barely has vision on all 5 relics. And not feeling very threatened from Blue's army at all. Though he isn't aware, like this is pretty impressive, massive archers and things, but they're not at home right now. And they're not crossbowmen yet. Wondering why crossbowmen's not being researched. Maybe Wallo thought he clicked it? Because Wallo's off all gold right now. And he's having to build a market in order to research crossbowmen. Oh, this is huge. This mangonel outranging the tower just barely to keep these villagers off gold is just... It's so good for Mr. Monty. It's keeping these... I mean, this is a... Okay, there's crossbowman. It was just capture H thing that wasn't showing up. Yeah, this is a good call from Wallo to the town center here. I can keep an eye on the other side because this counterattack is going to be scary for Mr. Monty. He might send a few knights back to deal with this. But I'm thinking he probably won't. This is such a scary force. If he can break in, Mr. Monty can break in here, it'll be GG. It'll be game over. Wallo thinking the same thing. If he can break in with this force of ranged units, Mr. Monty will be in a tough spot. But he does have quite a good massive crossbowmen at home too, about 12 crossbowmen protecting. But he's not able to take any gold. Wallo is 2 relics in already, lots of monks on the field. Wallo has not built his own monastery yet to protect against these knights, which is probably his best hope of protecting against these knights at this point. That and the counterattack, which is about to succeed. Gonna be close. Great wall. Quick wall from Mr. Monty. His houses are they take so long to... Oh, but he just sniped his kills. Good micro from Blue here. He's gonna try to get that toss in. And there, so three knights will probably get devastated by this force. Yeah, Mr. Monty's choosing to send all his knights back. But even just 3 knights scared Blue away, giving his villagers time to build up this house wall. Vodka arrow now coming in. That's a scary amount of crossbowmen. These are +4 knights though, so they will do some work. And this is smart too, because Mr. Monty coming back isn't just to protect the eco, it's to shepherd this monk for his relics. And this will be the 4th relic that Mr. Monty gets. So good, although he might come back right across this army here. And now Mr. Monty's going to clean this forward army up in no time. So fast. I don't think that one knight got killed there. Doing the victory dance. And the monk seeing that, moving around. So we got 30 knights on the field, 1 mangonel that's just been chipping away over here, getting repaired by the villager, denying all this gold. Wallo might be thinking castle. Nope, going for another town center instead. Castle defense is probably the smarter choice in my opinion. It's the only thing that's going to keep those knights and mangonel at bay. But these 30 knights just cleaned up this army over here in no time flat. We got 33 knights versus 15 crossbowmen. If Mr. Monty were to plunge in now, it'd just be GG. And they're about to be +5 knights. And now Mr. Monty knows exactly where those crossbowmen are. Great micro from Wallo to avoid getting hit by the mangonel. But they're going to get caught in the open. And without a castle, it should have been a defensive castle from Wallo. Easier said than done, but you got to recognize if you have the stone for it. You've been mining stone this whole time. It's your only chance of stopping this, or at least holding it off. And these crossbowmen will go down in no time flat. We'll probably see the GG from Wallo any minute now. Iron Castle coming in. There's about to be +6 knights. Just brutal. Mr. Money's got all 5 relics. Not quite 5th. Where to go? I lost track of it. Here it is. Taking his time. There's the GG called. It's a great job for Mr. Monty. He did the 1 TC 3 stable production, forward siege workshop and monastery to get the map control. And then just kept his mobility working, taking off Blue's armies here and there. Really never letting Blue mass up crossbowman numbers to be a huge threat. And once he had all the relics that he needed, these knights were basically unstoppable from the Mines player's perspective. And Blue did as what he could. He walled up tightly. He kept the force at home to keep things at bay while he went for 2nd and 3rd TC, looking to defend and boom, but just not able to hold out long enough against this force of knights for Mr. Money. So game 1 goes to Mr. Money. There will be a second and possibly a third game in this matchup. Again, the tournament is Hera's Colosseum, and it's done in the style of Hidden Cup 4, so we'll see some pretty wacky maps come up in the map pool. And this has been Sneaky Chiefy casting. I hope you enjoyed the video, and looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.